I would stream for you to call pretty much.
Okay, good. I'm gonna start the stream then. Oh, that was my alarm.
I heard that like the bell ding once. Oh damn it.
Why do
Damn.
you think
I'm
you need
getting.
to warm up to beat me so you don't get embarrassed or something?
I just warming up to push buttons.
Okay.
But I'm playing Marth versus some Ices player. I usually play like a 1 or 2 games of Marth or sometimes Falcon before I start playing Falco, just to get the hand moving, you know.
All right. I guess I'll do that too.
So whatever you want to do. How long have you been playing?
I've been playing since 64, but like on and off. Like I haven't been playing like I've been like trying to like I don't know. I haven't been like doing advanced techniques for a while. Like I saw like people doing advanced tech. I don't go to tournaments either. But
Oh, interesting. Okay.
yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from DC.
Oh, okay, okay.
Is it cold in Iowa?
It's pretty nice today. Like this week is supposed to be like in the 60s, but it gets pretty freaking cold over the winter.
So I entered like some online tournaments. That's it, basically. And
Okay.
when did you decide you wanted to get good? Like how long have you been playing? I assume like since. Oh no, you should answer.
I have been playing since 2015.
Like the game as a whole?
Or no, 2016? I can't remember exactly. Let's see. I think it was 2015 though. But I mean, I played Melee when I was little, like everyone did. But
Do you mean when you say
I
2015?
started.
When you say 2015, that means like competitively or like
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. My first tournament was like February of 2015.
So then for me, competitively would be like after Slippy came out. When was that?
Okay. So recently,
Yeah.
Livy came out in 20. So
So yeah, fairly recently. I'll like go maybe 1-2 or 2-2 in an online tournament.
okay.
But
And you said you played box, right?
I recently started being able to ledge dash in an actual game. Like I can actually use it now, which is big.
Okay.
I think that's huge because some people can't do that, and they're better than me.
Yeah, it depends on what you want to learn at first, because like some people just want to like know how to combo from day one, so they just practice combos. But some people will learn like tech skill from day one, because they want to push buttons, you know.
I
It
definitely.
really depends on the person.
I feel like I need to know tech skill to play Fox, right? Like if you're not using tech skill, you might as well, I don't know, play Captain Falcon.
I mean, like some tech skill, yeah. Like if you want to like do like wave shines and like shine grabs and stuff like that, like so that's stuff like that's pretty important. But like learning multi shine stuff, which is like kind of what some people think of when they think of just like tech skill, like you don't really have to learn how to do that right away.
Yeah, that's actually something I wrote down. Something I can't do in game, which is multi shines and shine grabs.
Okay, shine grab I would say is very important.
Yeah,
Um,
I can
but
do
like
it.
multi shines and stuff like they're not super important, especially at like lower level.
Okay. Like I'll if I try to do it, like I'll get punished real hard. I don't, cause like I can't even do it that consistently.
Hey, if you're going for it though, even though you can't do it consistently, that's something. Because some people just won't go for stuff they can't like aren't sure. Just like ledge dashing, for example.
Well, I'll only go for it if like this guy just quit out. Oh no, he wants to switch characters. How long do you want to practice for?
I'm gonna play like this one more game, and then I'll be done. So I'm gonna get bopped down by this Ices player in 2 seconds, and then I'm good.
Oh, I got a comment from some guy. Some guy wants me to take down a video. All right, I'll relay that to my friend. It's not actually my channel. So Will Pearson, I will relay that to the owner of the channel, and he will probably comply.
That's funny. Alright, We can play a few if you'd like to. I don't know how much you would get out of it because it sounds like you're pretty new, so I might just womp on you.
Yeah, you would.
But if you have like some Slippy games or like a tournament set or something like that you want to look at, I might be able to get a little bit more out of it.
Okay.
Otherwise, we could play a few and see what we find out from there.
I think it would be useful just like so you can like feel how good I am. Maybe you don't need that. I feel like it would be useful though.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, might as well. We have time for like probably a game or two of analysis and some Slippy games. So.
Cause like I can tell you like I
Here,
go.
I'll send my code in the call too.
Let's go. Oh, sorry.
Oops.
Jeez. I feel bad quitting out on people, even in unranked.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Oh yeah, Discord. I'm using 2 computers, so it's like confusing.
Oh, no worries.
Slow 189. Oh yeah, I gotta send you mine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on a sec. Wait, wrong keyboard. There you go.
I am searching whenever.
Okay. I still need to type your thing in.
You're good.
What was it again? 189?
189, yep.
Should we talk during the game or only after the game?
No, we can talk during the game, that's fine.
Okay. Why aren't you moving?
I was we had some drama.
Okay. Are we still warming up, or you want to play?
Give me like another like 10 seconds or so.
Okay. I'm trying to shine grab.
Alright, I'm good if you are.
Sorry?
So what we usually do is let's play like 2 or 3 games and then I'll kind of talk about some stuff and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Wow, cool. Yeah, that's about what I expected. We should do.
Oh man, the stupid stage again.
We should do a different stage. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's do Battlefield. Holy shit.
Oh, nice shine. Oops. Oh, my absolute got turned around. Oops. Oh, I did not realize that it was over 100.
Damn. You want to keep?
All right, one more.
One more, okay.
Yeah, let's do one more.
What stage? Dreamland?
It doesn't matter. Something that's not found. Aw, damn. Hey, you legend dash.
Did I?
Yeah, you just did it.
Oh, awesome.
I mean, you didn't get much off of it, but you did it.
I didn't get. You said I didn't get glint or something?
No, I said you didn't get anything off of it.
Oh, right,
like,
yeah.
You didn't do ledge dash up tilt or something, but
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
you did it, so that's the first step.
Right. I didn't even think about it.
That's even better.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely can't do ledge dash up. Well, I can, like in practice mode, but not in game.
Yeah, it's hard.
I'll like shield or shine maybe.
Oops, I got stuck. Happens. All right. Let's go into a game on Battlefield.
Okay.
Something else I wanted to ask you is like, do you feel like, do you struggle like against Falco specifically, or like did you just want to look for like overall improvement stuff, or what were you looking for?
I do. I don't know if I struggle against them specifically. I think I'm looking for overall improvement because like sometimes I can do well against them. It just depends on how good the person is.
Okay, so you don't feel like when you lose to Falco, it's like a Falco thing, and you just got outplayed.
No, in general, I need improvement. Like I'll like lose to like
Okay,
Jigglypuff.
that's good though.
I'll get up thrown rested by Jigglypuff a lot. Like people who are worse than me, I'll lose to them.
Okay, right. So like general improvement stuff, like the big answer, like overall, is just gonna be play.
Yeah.
Like the people that are at the top, like are familiar with 12,000 bajillion different scenarios because they've seen them a million times. Like whenever you're watching like top players, you're like, oh, how are they ready for that kind of thing? It's because like they've been in that same scenario 12 million times. So like a lot of improving at melee just like comes from experience. There's some things like I'm sure do you follow like a lot of top players, or like do you just more like play just to play?
What do you mean like follow them? I don't. I sometimes watch them.
Like do you watch tournaments, or do you like
a little
follow
bit.
them on Twitter or anything?
I don't follow them on Twitter, but I'll like watch them. Like sometimes I'll watch like Mango or Aklo. I think I try to play Mango's Fox sometimes. Like I try to do this thing that I saw Mango do.
Oh, shine out there, yeah.
or really just any running shine thing.
Running shine stuff. That's fair. Mango's kind of fair with that. Yeah, Moki does it a lot too.
Oh yeah, but I can't play like Moki. Moki's on like another
level. That would be hard. What's it called? If you want to improve at the game, like you're gonna need to like. It's very, very hard to improve on your own. Because a lot of the times you're gonna come into scenarios where it's like, how do I beat this specific example? Like, how do I beat Falco running at me with lasers in a turnaround up tilt? Like, what is my answer there? Or how do I beat, or like every time I try to short hop Nair Marth, I get dash back. Like, what is my answer? And then you're also gonna come into more specific things. We're kind of like in that Marth dash back thing. Like, say you keep getting dash back or dash dance grab because you keep whipping an aerial, right? And then the obvious answer is to just run a little, like, say Martha's dash dancing right here, and you want to hit him, but then he runs over here and then grabs you or whatever, right?
That even
so then the obvious,
Fox. Like a Fox can do that to me. A Fox can like dash back and
any character is gonna dash dance grab you. That's super common melee answer. So the answer to that would be to just like, instead of like, say you're dash dancing, you're gonna like Martha's right here, and you try to hit him here, and he runs over here and grabs you.
Yeah.
Then your answer instead is to read that he's going to run away from you, and so you're going to do an aerial over here instead, and like that's the level 1 answer. And then the Marth player is going to be thinking like, oh, I'm getting away with dash dance grab a lot. He's probably going to go for an overshoot this time and hit me where I run away. So instead of dash dancing, I'm just going to immediately run in and grab him, or run in and net smash or something, because then you're not throwing out a hitbox till all the way over here now instead of right here. So it's Marth as this whole like length to just hit you if he wants to. And so like it's all about like thinking what your opponent is trying to do and what your opponent wants to do, and what your answer to their previous example is. Like no person is going to do the same exact thing every single time, because once you well, some people might do that. Like really bad people might always do the same thing every time because they don't know anything else. But like once you start improving, you're gonna everyone's gonna be like, oh, this thing didn't work last time, so I'm gonna try this example instead to beat what they tried to do last time. They're gonna kind of think like that. And so you basically always want to have like be one step in front of your opponent, kind of. And to do that is a lot of to get to the point where you're going to be able to do that, you're going to need to grind out like tech skill, you're going to need to grind out punish, you're going to need to learn how to play really good defense, and a bunch of stuff. Because once you get to the point where you're button pushing and your combo game is like pretty figured out, and you kind of figure out like how you like to play, what you like to do in what scenarios, then you can start really looking at what your opponent is doing. And then once you're looking at what your opponent is doing, that's when you can really start to develop like neutral game, and like reads and hard reads and stuff like that. Because if like say like when you were playing me a second ago, for example, like I'm winning most of the neutral interactions and I'm killing you after like maybe 2 to 3 a stock, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes 1, if I really hit you hard. And when you'd get an opening on me, like when you'd get hit me with like a shine or like a nair to shine or something, maybe you got one more hit, but like that was it. You never really big comboed me, because my defense, I kind of know what you're expecting for, so I know how to get away from what you're trying to do. Like say you nair shine me to the corner, and you're gonna try to keep your pressure going or something with like another nair or something. I'm gonna full hop and get out of there, because I'm reading that you're gonna keep your pressure going, and so I'm going to get away from it instead of trying to like fight you here where Fox is gonna out button push me, for example. And I just am familiar with that scenario because I've seen 12,000 bajillion foxes try to do that same exact pressure sequence on me, so I know how to get away from it pretty safely. And so you have to be like familiar enough with these sequences before you can start really like I said, like developing a deeper understanding of the game. And even to a degree where like, yeah, there's some matchups in this game that are very like one-sided, like Peach Ices or like Puff Ices or Puff Peach, that pretty much have like one answer that like the other character really can't deal with, right? But a lot of matchups like Fox versus pretty much anybody, or Falco versus pretty much anyone, or Marth versus most characters, that there's no one answer that's going to always work against a certain character. Well, except for the bad characters, right? But they don't matter. Bad characters don't matter in this game. But you can have all these different ideas for like Marth Fox, for example, or Fox Marth. You can have all these ideas and like things you like to do in Fox Marth, that you could develop and like play a bunch of different Marths to kind of figure out what Marth players like to do, what they kind of respond with in certain scenarios. And then you're going to play one Marth player that none of your strategies work against because they're playing a totally different style of Marth than you've ever seen before. And at that point, you have to figure out basically the player instead of the character. Like, yeah, they might be using the same tools. Like they said, every Marth F smash is the same, right? Every Marth's up B looks the same. But like how they use them is what you need to figure out as fast as possible, because in a tournament set you only have at most like 3 or 5 games depending on what the set is, right? So before you can start doing like in-depth player analysis and like in-depth player reading and developing like reading the player and stuff, you have to be able to confidently push the buttons and have a basic game plan in every matchup and stuff like that. And how you do that, in summary, is just play the game a lot.
Okay.
So
I'm hearing I gotta grind more.
Yeah, basically. And along with grinding, we're gonna run into like a roadblock with like I said, like at the beginning of my rambles there. Is like, oh, I keep getting like laser up tilted by Falco or like laser shine grabbed. And it's like, man, I just don't know how to deal with this. That's when you're gonna want to go and like watch tournament VODs for like the best players and figure out how do they deal with this? How do they deal with this approach? How do they deal? What's their combo when they get an opening in this spot? How do I edge guard this character? Stuff like that. That's when you're gonna really want to like go and watch tournament VODs and watch streams. Or some players like KJH. Do you know who KJH is?
Yes.
He has a really in-depth like I don't know if it's on Patreon or just on YouTube or something, but he has a really in-depth like guides for like there's one he has on like as Fox, like doing up throw onto a platform and how to get like the perfect tech chase 90% of the time to get your combo started, or like how to recover against Sheik if you get thrown off stage, like what are your best options kind of thing. But he has really good like specific guides for specific scenarios that you could look into, or like Kadoran has a really good like Marth guides and stuff like that.
Is that how you got good?
So these guys and stuff are more recent. When I started in like 2015, like it was a lot of just like figuring stuff out because the YouTube meta and like tournament streams and stuff weren't as in depth as they were. Even just like over COVID, like a lot of players weren't going to tournaments, so a lot of them their streams weren't as big and they weren't like competing for money anymore. So they had to figure out like how do I make a living doing this over COVID? So a lot of people started doing coaching or VOD review or guides for YouTube and stuff like that. So only really recently in the past like 3 years has like this wealth of knowledge in the melee community really come to like flourish. So right now, like this in this like new era of melee, it's like the easiest it's ever been to improve on because there's so many resources out there right now. Um,
I've like
Whereas before, like when I started playing, like I was like, oh, I need to watch good gameplay. Up, let's pull up Mango stream. Oh, he's drunk playing S2J. All right, let's watch this. You know, and I think that's all you had.
I've been looking at this guy Nicky. Have you heard of him? He's like a German fox.
Yeah, I met him before.
Yeah, he's done some coaching videos, and he says like one of his tips is like you should like learn to use the right R, and I never thought about that, and so now I'm trying to learn R.
Really, I use L.
I know. I watch Mango and I see his inputs. He only uses Y and L, but now I'm using every single
Yep.
button, literally every button.
Oh, do you use Y? You use Y and X for two different things?
Yeah, because I have to do running shines and shines in general. Now I slide from B to X.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, like that, it's all preference.
Because
Which is cool.
I can't do the stuff he does with just Y.
Yeah, I mean it's a little harder with Fox specifically because his inputs are so frame tight. But like, well, I used to play Fox and I use Y and L for everything still. Which I mean, I wasn't very good when I played Fox, but um, I still use Y and L for everything. It's just how I learned how to play the game.
Right. Me too. But now I feel like I have to relearn it because my fingers don't work as like
Yeah,
ninjas do.
yeah. It really just depends on what you want to do. Like some people find everything easier to use on just the right hand, so they'll use X and R for or whatever those are for everything. But some people will use L for some things, R for other things, and same with X and Y. So it's really whatever you want to do. But if I don't know why Nikki would say just use R.
No,
Maybe
no,
he
no,
has a
no.
specific like.
Not just use R, but use both. So that way,
Oh, interesting.
maybe like your left finger gets tired, so now you can switch to R.
Oh, interesting. I've only ever heard that for like very niche things like wave dashing out of shield, for
Oh
example.
yeah. That's what he's. I
Is
think he
it
specifically
good?
said. He specifically like was talking about like
Yeah,
wave dash out of shield.
yeah, that makes sense because that way you don't have to release the L button to and repress it when you want to wave dash. You can
Yeah.
just be holding L and then switch to R for the wave dash input, which makes sense.
Like,
But I mean, in theory, you should only be losing like a frame, so like it's pretty negligible.
do you know if Zane uses both triggers? Because like I feel like when you power shield, you have to use both triggers. Power shield wave
Um,
dash.
like power shield wave dashing.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I mean, that's basically the same like wave dashing out of shield. So I'm not really sure how Zane does it. I don't know how a lot of people play. I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure you could. I'm sure he's got an input display on his stream that you could just pull up and look at in two
Right.
seconds.
Right.
But I personally don't know off the top of my head.
Do you mod your controller at all?
I mean, I have like I have notches on my stick, and then I also have bald buttons. If you know what those are.
I assume it's like easier to like slide around.
So like, do you have just like a stock controller?
Yeah.
So so on your A, B, X, and Y, they're like pretty like solid, like hard edges, right?
Yeah. Like it'll like make
Yeah.
a callus on my fingers.
Yeah. So mine are shaved down on the edges, so they're more rounded and like smooth. So I mean, they feel really nice, and also it is easier to slide from like Y to B and like X to B and stuff because the buttons are smoother and it doesn't really hurt your hands.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think my controller is normal. There might be like a snapback capacitor or like something with the triggers, but I'm not sure. I just had a CV Smash mod to make it for me, and I have had it for about a year and a half. It's worked for me great. So I don't have a fob or a Goon Wave. I just have a regular controller that's kind of tricked out.
Okay. And what about the triggers? Like, are they still hard to press? Because like that's one of the things I always think about. Should I get my triggers strings removed? You know?
Yeah, that's also there might be some sort of like advantages for some things in there. Um, but I like I said, I don't know what mine are specifically.
All right. And I think you probably noticed in our game whenever I shine out a shield, I don't wave dash. I only jump.
Yeah, that's just something you gotta practice.
Okay. Because I find it really hard to wave dash out a shield after shine.
Yeah, because you haven't practiced it.
No, I do try, but like even in practice, I can't. It's hard to do.
Yeah, it is hard to do. So you just gotta practice it
All right, all
more.
right.
Like here, let's
Can you do?
like here, this is something else you can like do to practice. So like, it's harder to show. Hey, you just did
Oh,
it.
I did.
You just did it twice.
I did it twice in a row. But like
Yeah,
what
it's harder to fox.
what I'm
Because
doing
the
is
frames are so tight.
I'm literally using every face button to do that.
What are you doing? Like XBY
I'm going
trigger or something?
YBAX.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. But there is like something like So here, stop moving. So there's a bunch of different timings on stuff. So do you know what hit lag is?
Yeah. I think.
It's like the frames after you get. It's the frames after you get hit before your character starts moving.
Okay.
Are you familiar or no?
I think so.
Not
Like,
really.
hit lag is when like you're in a combo state, right?
That's hits done.
Oh.
So like here, let me show you. So here. So hit lag is a mechanic where after you get hit by a move, your character is stuck in place for a few frames. Most moves it's like I think 3 or 4. It depends on percent, and a couple other things. But so a lot of times you can't really see it, but like with Samus charge shot, it's really easy to see. So like after you get hit, you'll be stuck there for a few frames, and then your character will start moving. So watch.
Right.
See? So every move in the game has that. It's just really hard to see sometimes.
That's
But
when
anyways,
that's when you can put like smash
because
DI,
of that,
right?
you can smash DI hit lag. Yep, exactly. So the character hitting you has hit lag as well. So the inputs for like shine wave dash when you're hitting nothing is a little tiny bit different from when you're hitting somebody. And then it's
Oh,
also different
yes,
when you're hitting a shield too.
Yes, I
So
know about
shield.
that. I know about that. Wait,
Yeah.
isn't the
So
same? I think shield and like hitting a person is the same, or no?
it shouldn't be no.
Okay, so shield is even more different.
Maybe. Yeah, and that also affects your L cancel timings too.
Yes, I have realized this.
Yeah. So you wanna if you're practicing like tech skill and like pushing buttons on people like shine air stuff or whatever. I can't even do it with Fox some days. Like you want to practice that on hitting somebody, hitting nothing, and hitting a shield. Do you know what Uncle Punch is?
Yes, I use Uncle Punch.
Yeah, so there's a training where the character you'll be able to hit them, but they won't go anywhere. And you can just practice like pushing buttons, hitting somebody. So like shine out a shield, you can practice on hitting a person versus just like it's actually hardest to do when not hitting anybody because you're not interrupted at all, so the frames are really tight. You actually have like extra frames when you're hitting stuff, so it's a little easier to do it. But yeah, so you just want to make sure you're practicing on all 3 of those. As far as like practicing tech skill goes in general, it's really just something you're gonna have to grind. Whether it's shine out a shield or shine grab or like double shine or like shuffle aerials where you just do like shine there a bunch, shine there, whatever. Like honestly, like it's one of the easiest things to grind, but it's also one of the most boring things to grind because you're just doing the same thing over and over. You're just building muscle memory. So like what I did, this is a super ghetto way of doing it, but when I started playing Fox in like the middle of 2015 or whatever, I really wanted to learn shine grabbing because I kept getting like punished on shield for just like doing really high aerials and stuff. What I did is I took a Ganon CPU on FD and I would just shine grab and like walk forward, shine grab. I'm still looking it up for the Fox. And I'd shine grab them across the entirety of FD, and if I pumped up like doing shine air like that or like shine nothing, I would restart and just practice it over and over and over until I would hit him.
Do you mean down throw? Wait, when you landed, do you down throw or something?
I would just throw him or let him grab release. Because the throw's not the important part. It's literally just inputs of shine grab.
All right, so that's like a practice routine. Grab them and let them get out.
Yeah. So like literally, just you have to just sit there and grind out these stupid little tech skill things until you're consistent with them. Same with like ledge dashing or even wave dashing. It's just stuff you gotta grind. That's how you get good at execution stuff. And once you become comfortable with execution, then you can start. Then once you can push the buttons in the right order all the time, then you can start using it in game. Like when I got comfortable doing shine grab on that Ganon CPU, the next time I played with one of my friends, every single time I would hit a shield, I would do a shine grab. Even if it was obvious, even if it would miss, and I would just do it to see if I could do it in a game, you know? And then make sure I can consistently do it in a game. So like that's just what you have to do. It's a little easier nowadays because you have a bunch of stuff that you can just try it, reset it over and over and over. But like back in the day, that's how I did it.
I think my tech skill is better because I'm playing in front of someone. Normally I can't hit this stuff.
Good? Like,
I can't hit
double shine time, so.
I can't normally hit double shine that well. Another thing, I don't double laser well, but I guess you would say to practice that.
Same thing, that's just something you gotta practice. There is like a little bit of a cheating thing you can do. If you do double laser, like you can see I'm fat in an A button, but if you hold shield, while you do it, if you fuck it up and do standing laser, you don't get it, obviously, because you're holding shield. Whereas if you do it like this and you fuck it up, you just get a standing laser sometimes, right?
Right. Or
so it's kind of a thing that can like help you, but you do exchange being able to drift.
Actually, I find I can't even single laser well sometimes. Like, I actually shine single laser sometimes easier for me because of my weird technique.
Interesting. I don't know about that one.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about tournaments. Like, would you recommend me entering any tournaments ever? Is that helpful?
Yeah, 100%. Because like playing, like, alright, so tech skill for example. I'm just gonna keep referencing tech skill because that's what we're talking about. But like being able to use it in a like just essentially just practicing by yourself is fine. And practicing it like on ranked or with your friends when you're playing with them is one thing, and then being able to do it in tournament is like a total another thing because now there's pressure on you, right?
Right.
That's what people say like ledge dashing in tournament is fake because everyone's nervous so they want to push buttons like as quickly as possible, and I'll just like do shit like that.
Should we look at it? I have some tournament VODs. I entered a tournament and I played really terribly. You want to look at some of those videos?
If you think you played terribly, then it's not really worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, I should say that. It is worth it, even though you play bad, because, if you're playing bad, it means a couple of different things. It's like, oh, I wasn't pushing buttons the right way, or like...
I'm just nervous.
My game plan didn't come to fruition, or you're like playing nervous that you might just not be making the best decisions you could be doing because you're not thinking as much because you're thinking about how nervous you are. And the stuff you're like, man, I just couldn't push buttons today. Like, that kind of stuff, like, you can watch a tournament and be like, oh, you dropped this because you missed your wave shine. Oh, you dropped this because you jumped a little way after your up throw, so you missed the up air. And, like, that stuff you're not really going to learn from. That's just play the game or grind your tech skill kind of stuff. But when you're like, how do you start playing nervous, or like, I couldn't deal with, how do I beat this character, I don't have a good game plan, that's, even if you lost, you got 3-0'd really hard. Like, that stuff is exactly what you want to look for. If you're looking at, like, a tournament VOD that you shit on somebody, double 3-stocked them, like, you barely lost the stock both games, like, also you're not going to learn a lot from that, because what you were doing was working. It's the times when you, like, you're playing well, but your ideas quite aren't there. Like, those are, like, the prime tournament VODs that you should watch, because that's really just an example of, oh, I can improve in this spot, I can improve in this spot, I should have done this answer instead of this thing. Like, those are the kind of things you want to look at in your tournament VODs, you know?
Sorry, can you say that again? I was doing something.
So, the last part of what I said was that the tournament VODs, when, like, you think you were playing well, but you still lost, like, those are the kind of ones that you want to, like, watch.
Okay.
Because those are the ones where you can't really just be like, oh, like John, like, oh, I missed my wave shine or something, because, like, this is the ones you want to see, like, oh, I was trying to do this, and it just didn't work out, my opponent had the perfect response to it, or I can't figure out how to edge guard this thing, or my game plan didn't work versus Sheik, for example. Like, I have a game plan versus Sheik, but like it just wasn't working out. Those are the kind of ones that you want to go into and like do analysis for, because you can really determine, oh, in this spot I could have been doing this answer and it would have worked out better, or I should have. My opponent was covering this all the time and I kept falling for it. I should have done this instead. Like, that's the kind of tournament odds you want to look at.
Okay.
But if you're just like, I have this tournament guide, but I played like shit, then it's like, oh, well, you're not going to learn a lot. You should have just pushed your buttons better, you know?
Okay, but in general, like, I can't play well in tournament because I get nervous.
So that's another problem then. That's like, how do you deal with tournament nerves? And how do you do that is just enter more tournaments.
Okay.
Because then you'll get used to playing with pressure, which eventually you can just take it off and just... What I always tell myself when I'm feeling nervous or like I think I'm playing a little sloppy, I always just tell myself to play the game the way you know how to play the game. Because I got this far playing Melee because I know what I'm doing and I'm a good player. And so I just need to remind myself of that sometimes.
But if what if you like,
so
you
that's
forward
what
B?
I always say.
What if you like forward B off the
What?
stage? If you forward B off the stage, then doesn't that want you to play more scared now?
No, those are the kind of things you just need to shake off. It happens. Everyone's to side B off the stage. Everyone's missed a ledge dash. It happens. You literally just have to be like, shit, let's keep going.
Okay.
You know, like the really, really easy mistakes, like those are the 100% like, you need to shake those off. You can't let them get to you, or you're just gonna play worse and you're gonna do it again. And when you hit the second one, it's like, okay, it's over. This person's out of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you really just gotta shake those off. I was at Out of the Blue, a Chicago regional, last weekend. Not this past weekend, but the one before. And like, Ginger.
Yeah.
I was talking with him and a couple other people after he had a game 5 set with Mech, the Ganon player, and like Ginger went down like 1-2 or something like that, and he said that he like audibly talked to himself like, you should be doing this, like, stop doing this, and like, him audibly saying it and also hearing it is how he like keeps himself in the game, more so than just like thinking about it. Or like, some people, I don't know if you've ever seen the clip of DeBuzz, the Smash 4 / Ultimate player, where he like pulls out his little plushie and starts like talking to it. Like, that's how he stays into the game.
Oh, that's
it's
weird.
Like, by the same thing, like saying and talking to something, it like gets him back into it. Which, I mean, yeah, it is kind of weird, but hey, like, if that's what helps him play the game, the professional, like the top 10 player way he knows how to play the game, then hey, that's what he's gonna do. And so everyone's different. You gotta find out what works for you. And I will say, like, there's a drastic difference from playing in like net play tournaments when you're sitting in your room in a comfortable setting versus playing at a tournament at a local where there's people behind you talking, maybe people like talking about your gameplay while you play. Maybe you're playing someone's friend and they hit you with a combo and the people behind you are like, oh shit, that was so sick. And it's like so many different environmental things, and like playing the two different kinds of tournaments is so drastically different. But you gotta learn how to do it, and the only way to do it is just play more tournaments.
All right. I don't like traveling though. I think I'm gonna just do.
I don't know how far you are from like the Virginia tournaments, but like those are really big, consistent weeklies. They have the Cave on Monday. They have the Xanadu ones on Fridays, I think. I don't know how far you are from those areas. I don't know where they're at specifically, but like they're not that far from you, I'm sure.
I feel like
they always say like.
I don't know. There'd be probably like a few hours to travel there, but like I feel like I don't want to travel if I know I'm gonna lose. You know what I mean?
So that's another thing. Like this is another thing that like has benefited from Slippy is like, if you don't want to travel because you think you're not going to do good, then just play on online tournaments.
Yeah.
Like they have a lot of East Coast ones. Like I don't know when exactly they do them anymore. But there's a tournament series called Tired of O2, and it's only people that like go O2 or 1-2 in tournaments where they like lose right away basically. And if anyone is too good, they ban them from the tournament. And it's supposed to be like a newer player-friendly tournament.
That seems lame.
If somebody wins one,
that seems kind of lame.
If somebody wins one,
okay,
well, if somebody wins one, they can't enter again because they're banned. Now they're too good.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people that have like come from winning those tournaments and are now like pretty solid.
Okay. Maybe it's not lame.
Yeah, I mean, like, it depends on how you look at it. Like, it's you're not gonna be like you're not gonna get a bunch of glory from winning this tournament, but like that's how you practice.
Right.
So, I mean, like sitting in your room pushing the same button combination 50 times to make sure you know how to do it is also lame. But hey, you got to do it if you want to get better at the stupid game we like to play.
Yeah, but no one's looking. It might be lame, but no one's looking at me.
Exactly. Hey, there's some clips that have come out of those Tired Road 2 tournaments that are sick.
Okay.
But yeah, and then there's those, and then like on Wednesdays they have Waddle Wednesday, which anybody can enter, and there's usually like top 100 players in them, and that's an East Coast tournament that DevDog hosts, who is a person who hosts a lot of online tournaments. Trying to think of the other ones. There's one on Friday that Conduit Gaming, an esports team, hosts called Friday Night Melee, I think. That's pretty popular too. But yeah, there's a bunch of online stuff. Like if you look up like any like if you just go to StartGG and like look up tournament on this day and put the locations online, you'll find any random netplay tournament. Like today is the Iowa netplay tournament, and anyone East Coast can enter, Midwest or East Coast. So like it's a random netplay tournament, but hey, it's happening, so you can enter it if you want to. Some of them will have like limitations, like only Texas can enter or only whatever. Yeah, but most of the time, like anybody in like Midwest to East Coast can enter. So like, just play them. Whether you think you're gonna do good or not, they're always free. So there's nothing to lose except for experience in tournaments. So.
All right, I will try to enter more tournaments.
I recommend it. But the important thing is if you think you're dealing with nerves and like that's what you want to work on, like then yeah, tournaments are going to be your answer, obviously, because you can't get better at playing in tournament without playing in tournament, right?
Right.
And I will say also like you gotta get away from the mindset of like people are watching you if you're playing in tournaments, because like everyone knows like it's online, like shit happens, like some of people's worst losses are from online tournaments, and then they go and they fucking get top 8 at a major or something. Like some of Ginger's worst losses are from online tournaments, but like it's online, like they know it doesn't count for the rankings. There wasn't, more than likely wasn't any money involved. Like it happens. Like, and if those top players like don't care about like their results online and just enter and to like support the tournaments and like maybe stream it, make some stream content, whatever, then like random players shouldn't really care about that either, you know? And like some of my worst losses are from online tournaments, but I keep entering them. So yeah. That's something you should just don't really need to honestly think about very much at all.
Do you think it would be useful to look at any VODs right now, or no?
If you want to, we can, yeah.
All right. I feel like we might as well, since I saved a bunch on my desktop, but I don't know which ones I should send you.
Yeah, here, let's do it.
I didn't label any of them, so
whatever you want.
I'm just gonna send you the latest one I saved. It's not.
Yeah, perfect.
It's not from tournament, cause.
That's fine.
Cause like I played bad in that. But I want to figure out how to stream it though, so I gotta like exit.
Oh, you gotta send me a Slowking file. Okay. No, you're good. I'll stream it.
You'll stream it. No. I mean stream it for the YouTube.
Well, I'll screen share to you, and then you can copy it to your stream or whatever.
What? I don't even know what that means.
I'll show you. Here, give me a second. So what are you using to stream right now? Just OBS?
Yes.
Okay. 0619 is the code. Let's do this.
This is educational. I'm glad I suggested to do this.
Is it versus a Falco?
Yes.
From this morning at 12:06 a.m.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. How'd you know the time? Dude, you know more about Slippy than me.
You sent me the Slippy file, so I have like the timestamp and everything.
Okay.
Okay. So now go to Discord.
You know, this guy actually beats, so maybe it's not as good because I'm better than him.
I mean, was it close?
A little, yeah, kind of. But no, I made him rage quit, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, then here, do you want to send me a different one?
Okay, I gotta look for the one that I lost.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, this guy's good. This guy's good. His he goes by Kim Chae Wan. Maybe you've played him. Probably not. Hang on. But I mean, you would probably body him, but... Wait. There we go.
Okay. One, two, three, one. Okay.
I'm streaming it right now on my stream, but I want to know how you propose to do it.
So I propose that we do it this way. So I'm going to. Is this guy's tag Nariel?
Nariel, no. His code is Kpop0.
Wait, you sent me a different one then. You sent me a Pikachu set.
Oh crap. Whoopsies. Sorry, I'm not good at this.
No, you're fine.
Maybe if I drag and drop, it'll be easier.
Okay.
Yeah, it will be. The Pikachu one is from tournament, and I played really bad.
I'm gonna imagine because their code is Nair that it's Nariel, and that is a very good Pikachu player.
Really?
Yeah. If it's who I'm thinking, if I'm who
it must be, because they made it pretty far in bracket, but mostly from DQs probably.
Okay.
Well, I made it mostly from
so
DQs.
You're playing Melee at 7 in the morning? Jesus.
Oh yeah, I have a sleep schedule, bad sleep schedule.
Okay. All right.
How do I get back to that game?
Okay, so I have it in Discord now. You see that? I'm screen sharing the Discord. And then you can window capture that and put it into your stream or something.
Will it show my bookmarks, my porn bookmarks?
Well, what you could do, are you on OBS?
Yeah.
So if you add your window capture to your thing and then hold Alt and drag the corners, it'll cut off part of it. So you can cut off your Discord window, so it's just the gameplay showing. Or I mean, if you want to screen share it to me on Discord too, I can just tell you when to pause it. We could do that too.
I think I want to try your way. I've hidden my bookmarks.
Okay.
Okay, so wait, tell me again how to do it.
So in OBS, you're gonna go to Add Scene.
Okay, I'm adding
window capture, and you're gonna find Discord.
Got it.
Okay, and then when you have Discord added to your thing.
Yeah, if it would have shown my bookmarks. Okay.
Oh, like your DMs. Or your servers.
Never mind.
So then you're gonna hold the Alt key and drag the red square around Discord, and it'll turn it green, and you'll cut sections of it off the window from your stream. So you can just make it around the gameplay, so that way your window is only the gameplay.
Yes.
You got it.
I think it's about as good as it's gonna get. I don't want to fiddle with it too.
Well,
oh damn it! Wait. Hang on.
You're good. Okay, should I ready to start this now?
Hang on. Now I lost it. Where did it go? Okay, I think it's okay. I'm just gonna look at it from OBS.
Okay, perfect. All right, so if I play it.
Wait, what? Okay, it's okay.
Can you see it? Can you see it
yes,
now?
Yes.
Okay. So I see you getting shined. Okay. So how we're gonna do this? I'm pretty much just gonna watch it until I see something I can talk about, and then can you see my mouse on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's kind of like something I can talk about, like spacing wise or something. We'll use my mouse. All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I see your mouse.
All right, cool. Well, ignore my mouse until I use it. Oh, you should have been dead.
I should have been dead?
All right. So, yeah, after that up there, you should have just down you instead of going for Shine Dare. You would have been dead. Okay, so like right here. This is the first spot I noticed, like... Okay, so this grab you did is kind of crazy, by the way. But like when you get this up on the platform here, this is where you should have like a flow chart ready. You can either wait and react to what the Falco does, so you tuck to the left, and you can do like full hop bear, right?
Yeah.
Which probably hits any direction he rolls, which would get you your 15%, but he's only at 8%. So bear is not going to push off stage or knock him down and keep your combo going. So what you should do here is like when you put him on a platform, you should almost always be looking for an up air, because up air knocks down at 0. So no matter what percent you up throw him at, it's gonna pop him up, and then you can keep your combo going. So in this, like this is just like a lower level thing. If you're just like, okay, I got my opening, I want to hit him again.
Yeah.
But you should be thinking like, I got my opening. What do I hit him with to hit him another time? It's kind of like if you ever watch like professional pool players, like they'll always like make their shot, and they always are hitting the white ball, the cue ball, to make their shot in and then line up for their next hit, right?
Right.
So in Melee, you kind of want to combo the same way. So you should be thinking like, oh, if I hit him in this spot, he's probably going to go here, and I can eventually, and next I can hit him with this thing. So like in this example specifically, instead of doing this bear, you should be doing like an up air that can lead into an up tilt or an up smash or maybe even a grab depending on percent. But you're just taking your 15% from your bear and you're calling it a day. So like that's just a spot that you could do something differently in.
Okay. Up air on the platforms.
Right. Yeah, if you get that grab onto the platform, you should be practicing. You should be doing an up air off of it. And like that's an example of like something you can set up an Uncle Punch using the save states.
Oh, no. That's too much work.
Sure. Huh?
I don't know if people do that. It seems so boring. That's too much work.
Oh, well, that's how you're going to get better, so.
Do you do that?
I don't, but I should.
Okay, see?
So there's some scenarios where I'm like, man, if I just grinded that out, I'd have a better response. Especially like Shine Land stuff in the air. Like, that's something I should grind out, but I just haven't yet. I don't know how to set up Uncle Punch stuff, though.
Me neither. It's hard.
When I do the save state stuff, I just use other people's that they've made. I don't know how to make my own, which I should, but I don't. So, as a newer player and that resource is available to you, I would recommend it, though.
Okay. Well, I didn't even know you could use other people's. I didn't even know you could do that. I don't know how to do that.
Oh, yeah, that's what... Yeah, there's a couple of, like, taco players, like KJH and Joey Donut specifically come to mind that have, like, Uncle Punch save states that you can just load in and then just grind out their scenarios over and over. They've set it up where, like, Fox is going to cover, and you want to practice this, so you're going to use this one. Or Fox is going to side B and you want to practice covering side B, use this one. And then they have somewhere like the Fox can do, maybe he'll side B, maybe he'll up B, and you can practice all the recovery options, stuff like that. Like, it's pretty cool. And I wish I knew how to do it more, to set up like my own custom ideas, but I don't yet. So.
But how do you load them in?
Anyways.
How do you load them in? Is that through like some...
If you pull up their Patreons, they tell you how to do them. But also you need to pay for them to get on Patreon, so I don't know if you want to do that quite yet.
Yeah, probably not.
Alright, anyways. Rewind. Yeah, see, like, that's just like one of the little spots where like, I don't know what you did, but you put up your shield for some reason, and like, you probably didn't mean to, but you did, now you get hit for it.
I shield whenever I'm panicking.
Well, you just jumped and light shielded for like a split second. So you were probably trying to do an aerial and L cancel, but you didn't do an aerial, so you just shielded for that nothing.
Maybe.
That would be my assumption on what you did based on how that played out. Oh, that was a crazy downer from that Falco. You should not feel bad for getting hit by that.
Okay.
I will say, like, something like this. Alright, so Falco's in the air, right? And you just did a tech option. Oh my god, I'm gonna break it by rewinding while it's paused. I might have broken it. Oh no, there you go. So right here, Falco's in the air, right? And he hits you, and you're doing a tech option, and he's still in the air. So like 99% likely, he is. What's it called? So 99% likely he's going to just try to hit you with another aerial, right? Because what else is he going to do? He can't grab you in the air. He can't start shield pressuring you in the air. He has to hit you with an aerial. So you just like get it up. You do a neutral get up, or not neutral get up. You do a tech roll, and then you didn't shield afterwards. And the only thing Falco can threaten there is hitting you with an aerial, which your answer to that would be shielding, right?
Right.
So I can even do this. I've never done this before. Let's try it.
Oh, frame by frame?
Look, yeah. So you can see your actionable. I think at this point you're very actionable. I can't see exactly when. I don't know how to. You can't reverse by one frame at a time, but you're actionable because look, you're running right here.
Yes.
So like you could have done anything. So you should have just shielded because like Falco's gonna try to hit you with an aerial again.
Okay.
And that's just one of those spots you need to think about like, what can my opponent threaten here? What is my opponent looking for? Just kind of things you need to look for in those spots. All right. Anyways, getting back here by Falco. And here he just read your recovery, which, like, honestly, reading a side B that low is kind of insane. So that dare was insane that he did. And also the fact that the double jump dare hit your side B to ledge is also insane. So it happens.
For me, I thought I made a mistake, actually, so I'm glad you said that.
No. You just picked a recovery and he just read the shit out of you, which I don't know if you were playing a session with this guy or anything, but, like, that was the first recovery of the game and he just guessed right. Like, the way he covered it isn't reactable, so he just guessed right on what you picked.
I played this guy like 10 times. I didn't beat him once.
Damn. Hey, those are the people you want to play, though, because those are the people you're going to get your ass beat and then go back and learn from if you watch it. Alright, anyways, so... Alright, so very similar to that first interaction you had. You pop onto the platform and you try to do like a bear tech chase thing, which would have been okay here because he's at a higher percent where you knock him down. But you went for like a read on it, whereas like, okay, time to talk about reacting to stuff. Because the way Melee is with techs, like you can react to everything, depending on how you position yourself, to where your opponent is going to hit the ground, right? So if you can react to something, you should be. And Fox, being as fast as he is, can react to a lot. So in this scenario, where you go for this immediate back air read on the tech in place or something, yeah, that's what it looks like you do. And then you can kind of see you do react with your drift to the tech roll to the right, but now you're going to weak hit him and you don't really, that's the end of your combo again. Like you just take your 2 hits. This time you got 3, technically because of the up smash, but you take your 3 hits and then you just call it a day. Whereas if you just like hit him up here and instead of jumping it right away, so you have this up smash, if you just get like, you're in a pretty good spot actually to just react to everything. So you should just be more weary. Like even if you get your opening, you don't immediately need to be like hitting them again, which is like a common problem like lure players have, is like, oh, I got my opening, I gotta push buttons as fast as I can kind of thing. But you don't really have to because of techs. You have a lot of time to think about it and like react to stuff. So like this is a scenario specifically where you don't need to commit to that jump right away. You can wait just a little bit, wait for the tech, and then do an aerial accordingly.
So what would you go for?
So if I popped the Falco on a platform right there, I would have either gone for like an up air. So this is one of the things KJH just talked about. What you can do, if you do this immediate full hop, you can do an up air on a tech in place, and if they tech in place, you hit them with the up air, right? If they don't tech in place, you can land and still dash and get a grab or something. But because you're jumping at a timing where he's going to be at the end of his tech and you're still in the air, you kind of have to commit to that bear because you jumped at this exact spot.
So go for an up air, and if he tech rolls, then go for a grab? Is that what you mean?
Yep. So basically the up air or the up throw or vertical tech chase on the platform, basically the Fox flow chart is to up air the tech in place option, land, and then read or react to the rolls with a grab. The up air on the tech in place is a read, and if you have enough time to do the up air, land, and still cover the other things, by like running and grabbing, or you're running and up smashing because they're the same frame. So that's kind of what I would look for. But like I said, just the way you jump, like kind of with the way you jump without committing to the up air, you kind of put yourself in a position where you can't really cover everything. So you just, in this scenario specifically, like you kind of just got the best of what you could but there's a better way to go about it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Something right here. So, I guess you didn't even crouch cancel. You just landed from the laser. Never mind. How far? Do you remember how far you are into this session with this guy? Like, is this one of the first games, or is this towards the end?
This is definitely. I think this might be the last one of the last ones.
Okay. Because I can tell, like, just like this sequence here, like you really aren't trying to commit to very much, and you're playing like really like scared.
Yeah.
By like you got hit by a laser and just stopped moving. And like you try to do dash dance into like dash attack while Taco's at like 60, like that's just gonna get hit. And like it feels like you don't want to like really commit to anything, which committing to something is scary with bots versus Falco, but like you can't get an opening unless you commit to something, you know.
I like to play defensive when I feel like the guy's better than me.
Yeah, I mean that's a common response as well, but same thing. Like if you're not making plays happen, you're just gonna lose anyways. So you just gotta do like it's like risk assessment. Like you gotta figure out like I'm in this spot versus my opponent. Like well, let's rewind here till you're both on the ground. Like right here, something like this scenario. So like right here. Like, he just got lasered by Falco. He's on the ground still jumping towards you. It's like, okay, what is Falco threatening? Probably an aerial, right? So your answers are going to be like shield, or maybe you try to do an aerial before his comes out because Fox's aerials are faster. But instead, you just kind of take the laser and do nothing. So that's like the risk assessment you got to do. Like, oh, from this spacing, my opponent is doing this. What is he looking for? And then, like I said, like from Fox's perspective in this like kind of scenario from Falco, like oh Falco's jumping at me or Falco just shot a laser, what can I do? I personally would probably do like I would get hit by the laser and then turn around and do an immediate up tilt because it puts up a wall right behind you, and if the Falco jumps towards you with a move, which he didn't throw out a move right here, which is kind of weird, he just jumped at you. If you do an up tilt and he jumps at you with a move, it's gonna stuff him, and you can get an opening off of it. Or another super common response to getting hit by a laser from Falco is to just do an up smash. Because if he jumps at you with an aerial, your up smash is a grounded move that does 18%. It's going to beat any Falco aerial because of the way moves interact in this game. So like take laser up smash is really strong. Take laser turn around up tilt is really strong. Even like, and then obviously another really common answer is shielding. And another super common answer, not so much in this matchup, like most characters are going to get hit by a laser and run away. Kind of like how we talked about like getting dash dance grabbed earlier. That's kind of the Falco getting dash dance grabbed is you shoot him with a laser and then jump in with an aerial because you think you blocked them down because you hit them with a laser, right? But people are just used to running away. So like there's so much in this risk assessment thing, but your response in this specific example is just nothing. So you just got to kind of feel out what your opponent is looking for, and based on the character, like what are the threats they might be looking for, what are my defensive options, kind of thing. So, but hey, long story short, it all comes with experience.
Yeah, because I feel like
it all comes back to just play more.
If I start up smashing and up tilting, then he's just gonna like start like baiting me, right?
Yeah, but you haven't done any of those yet.
Right.
So you can't expect it if you don't show it. But like that's what I was talking about before. Like once you have the answers and like know how to use them, then it turns into you playing the other player, and it's like, oh, in this spot my opponent likes to do this, but they're also thinking, oh, if I do this, then their response has been this. But oh, I did this last time, so this time I'm gonna maybe attack earlier, or use a different move, and then that's when you really start developing like neutral game and player reading and stuff like that. But you can't get there if you don't know the characters and you don't know your options and you don't know their options and stuff like that. So, and how you get that is just by playing more.
Got it.
So
I will play more unranked.
Or watching stuff too. And then also something like this is a really good spot. Which this is a really, I'm surprised he did a laser here. He also lasered the wrong way. But you. Sorry, this gets mad when I rewind. But like this spot right here. So you are under the platform right here, right? Falco thought you were right here, but a little bit before it, and like I'm shocked you didn't come down with an aerial right here. And like you're about to, like in this spot, this is perfect Fox versus Falco. Get under the platform. Falco attacks where you were, and this should be a dash dance grab every time. But you just instead run up and shield. Which you only shield for like a split second and then wave dash back. But like that's a prime spot where like you should be eating up Falco almost every single time. Just with a dash dance grab, and then you get an opening off of it, and you carry your combo from there. But you just like aren't familiar with that scenario that you just put up your shield and then got away. Whereas like you could have gotten a clean opening here and punished him.
When they come down from an aerial on top platform, that's when you can dash dance grab them. You mean?
Yeah. So like a super common answer from Falco or a lot of characters even is to come down off the platform and hit you right here. But like I said, you were just in a spot where you run under the platform right here. He did a laser, which like I said, is weird. But a lot of people will do an aerial right there, and your response is to run onto the platform where they can't really get to you. And then they would typically be in their landing lag from their dare or back air or whatever, and then that's when you grab them. And like that's a super, super common scenario in this game. But you just weren't quite ready for the punish on it. You have the response being Falco being on the top platform by running under the side platform, which is like perfect, and you just weren't ready to capitalize on it. So. So like stuff like this too. Like this is the time you got your clean opening, and I'm not really sure why you have smashed here, like what you were looking for, but like that's not gonna get you anything off of it, you know?
Yeah.
Because by the time you have smash, he's already on the ledge. So you could have done like nair, dash, shine maybe, and shine spike him off stage. But just like your like move choice isn't quite right, and you're punished quite yet. That grab off the double laser is really good though. And then this is another up throw scenario. This time you expect him to land on a platform, and you're so committed to like him landing on a platform that you don't even notice he DI'd off to the side.
Right.
And maybe you did go for like dash short hop nair and accidentally missed your dash, so you full hop nair instead. But like grinding your up throw punishes is gonna be super, super important because like box combos every single character off the game with up throw. So you gotta like if you get that grab, you gotta be ready for your follow ups right away. But like I said, grinding out your response if they're on a platform or if you're on FD, maybe practicing the chain grab, or just practicing up throw up air on floaties, you know. But like this is a spot where you will have to like sit down and grind out punish game to improve.
I feel like I definitely don't get a lot on up air as much as I should. Or up throw, sorry.
Sorry, I gotta sneeze. Ugh. Okay. There was the one time you did up throw, up smash, which is fine. But you weren't ready for the follow-up off the up smash, which is just the next step.
Well, against floaties specifically, I'll miss punishes on floaties with up air, but we're not looking at a floaty right now.
Oh god, this stupid sneeze won't happen. Okay, so. Oh, hold on one sec. My brother's calling me. Shoot, my brother's picking me up B-dubs for dinner.
B-dubs, what's that?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay, nice.
Alright, and then something like this is a spot where we can talk about like move choice. Like Falco gave you this very clean, easy to punish side B on stage that you just like up smash every time and you like to turn on up tilt. Which is probably just you thinking like, oh, I just want to hit him again. But like sometimes, especially like kill percent, it's like, what can I hit him with that will kill him? you know, and up tilt is not the answer. Up smash is. So
Right.
like, you just gotta be like thinking about your move choice here, or even like he's right here on the side of the stage. Like even like any smash attack will kill him, but you just pick like one of the few moves that won't kill him in this spot. So you just gotta be thinking about your move choice. That will kill him, I think. Yep. Ledge dash? Ah. I was hopeful. Hey, at least, like I said, at least you're going for it. You're not gonna be able to do it in the middle of a game if you don't try it. So, this is a really small thing to talk about, but like invincibility. Something I always think about invincibility is Fiction has said, and during your invincibility, you get to make 2 reads, and if you don't hit either one of them, you just have to go back to neutral. So like this one, you go for 1, 2, and you went for the 3rd one. Now you're getting punished for it. So just be aware of that. You don't have invincibility feels really really good, but like it doesn't like sometimes it feels like I should say it like this. When your opponent is invincible from respawn, it feels like it lasts forever. But when you're doing it, it feels like it lasts very very little time. So just make sure you don't overcommit to invincibility, because you just get open up and you're like, man, I feel so dumb right now.
That's a good tip. 2 reads, not 3.
Okay. So this is another time to talk about punish. So that tilt's a little weird. You probably could have gotten an up smash off of it. Also, the single hit up air is kind of unfortunate. You could have even done like up air shine there. But another thing to note is that falling up air very rarely will hit the second hit. It's more often it's going to hit the first one, especially if you do it at this timing. So like back air or even down air could have been better here, and maybe led to like down air shine into jab reset into whatever you want, right? Whereas like this up air like isn't really going to get you a lot off of it, so just be more worried about it. Like falling up air is more of a thing to do when you're like jumping over your opponent, or like coming down on your opponent from a platform. Like from coming down on your opponent from like the side of the stage, like it's not the best option. Just straight up, I would pick something else.
Got it.
I wonder if this, let's see. He might have been a little bit far to get the up smash there, even if you did a little faster. Alright, so right here, like this is a spot, this is like a juicy opener that you're looking for. Like, this is a spot you get 100% react to, because you could, right where you are, right where you're standing, you could just wait. If he rolls into you, you get like a grab or an up smash or anything. And if he techs in place or techs to the side, you can just react and same thing, get a grab or do dash up smash or anything. But you're committing to like hit him being in this spot like really early. Like this is not how you want to do your tech chasing on reaction. And you also totally punish.
I think I was trying to running shine him. I think.
Well, even if that's the case, you can't running shine this distance. You would have to do running jump shine, because you can't running shine until you had to run, and you were still in dash here. So the best thing you might have been able to, you could probably up smash this. So that probably would have been your option there, but you just grabbed too late. Oh, that up there, falling up there was good. All right, so another thing right here. You're so. Like this is fine. So this dare shine, you're so autopiloting and I'm gonna dare into shine, and so you just shine at nothing. He's so far away from you, and you just shine anyways because you're in autopilot mode, off of that dare. Which a lot of the times dare into shine is gonna work, but like it doesn't always work. So you can't just like autopilot. Like you could have done like dare grab here, or even like dare turn around up tilt, but like you're so far from it, there's no way that shine is gonna hit him. So like just be aware.
Okay. You think grab?
I will say. Oh, go ahead.
You think grab would have gotten them?
Possibly. It would have been closer than the shine was.
Right.
I will tell you that. However, this little sequence you do of the falling up air into up tilt so you whiff an aerial and then you do the up air to up tilt to bait him coming out of shield, which is exactly what he did. Like that little sequence right there is really really strong, and that was really good.
Cool.
I don't know why you do that shine though. So like, this is another spot where you could just react. So if Falco misses tech right here, so his options are either stand up or roll or do get up attack, right? All of which are very reactable. Um, and he picks to do get up attack, which is like the easiest one to react to. However, you just commit to hitting him at a timing where you don't really need to, and he just get up attacks you and you get hit by it. So you just drop your combo entirely based off of that. So like if you're just a little bit less antsy and just more like, okay, this is a spot I know I can hit him in. I just need to wait for his response, and you wait. Then you get a clean up there and you keep your combo going like 100% of the time. But you're just not quite patient enough to wait for that quite yet because you just want to push your buttons when you get your opening, you know?
Yes.
So
I hate
also
getting.
another thing just comes with practice.
Be more patient when.
Dude, this Falco like keeps doing. So I don't know if this is something you picked up on or you do this response all the time, but this Falco keeps doing laser into land on you without an aerial, and you just keep grabbing him. Which is not something like most Falcos will do laser into aerial or like laser immediate shine or something, and his Falco is doing laser short hop or laser empty hop at you, and so you're just grabbing him, which would not work on most Falcos. So if that's something you picked up on by playing this guy for 10 games and you notice he does a lot, that's awesome. That's what you want to be doing. Which I would like to say is probably something you picked up on, because if you were trying to do laser grab or take shield laser into grab, 99% of Falcons would hit you for it every single time.
That's
so.
I'm surprised you commend me for that, because like 90% of people on Slippy will BM me if I shield grab too much, but you're praising me for shield grabbing, which is weird.
Yeah, well, in that specific scenario, like that, it's what's beating his approaches. If you were punishing him harder, you'd be winning these games probably, because he's giving you these grabs, and that's like exactly what Falco should be avoiding, is getting grabbed. So, because this is like the third time you've gotten that opening. Like I said, you don't get very much off of it, but if you were, you'd be winning these games. All right. Anyways. Oh, that was really good. I was gonna say that this time the bear is okay, which you still went for a read, but I mean every once in a while it works. Plus you can do the aerial on the tech in place and grab the rolls just like I talked about earlier. And he's at a higher percent where the bear knocks him down and it's at the ledge, so it's gonna push him off stage, right? So that bear's not the worst thing. You might not have gotten the biggest punish off of it. It could have done something bigger, but it worked, and it's a better positioning than it was earlier. And I don't know if you went to shine him off of the bear or something, but I don't know if you missed and then went for it anyways. You probably just trying to do shine bear.
Yeah.
But it caught his double jump, and that's exactly what you would need to do. So that whole sequence is very good.
Yeah.
It played out very well for you.
I've never comboed shine into bear. That's too hard for me.
I was like, that was looking really good. This whole sequence, it looks like you're very scared of him right now, which
yeah, I am.
I think you can tell because you're just like holding shield, rolling. I can't believe that grab worked, I will say. Oh, actually, he did a very, very high bear, which is 100% shield grabbable. But like, just the fact you were able to find it is good.
I do that again, by the way. I make a big mistake in the last stock.
Okay. Let's talk about this sequence here. So this is just unfortunate. He hits you once, big deal, and then he drops his combo there. All right, that was fine. So, all right, so this is very good. You get the shine out of the up throw because he misses his shine. This is good. This is good. And then you actually do exactly what you didn't do before, which is before you could have just waited for his reaction. This time you commit to it, but you position it in a way where you can do something about it. So this time you positioned so you could get away from the get up attack and get a follow up here. Whereas before you jumped at a timing where you just get hit by it. This time you were able to get around him, and had he done something like neutral get up or a roll, you probably could have landed on the platform and still gotten a grab or punished him some way for it, right?
Yes.
Which is good. But however, in this spot, what are your options? You've already committed to double jumping, so you have to do an aerial. You could do fair, nair, or bear, which all are just going to push him a little bit. He's only at 50, not going to get you anything, right?
Oh, you think grab?
You could down air. No, hold on. So you could down air, which might be able to let you get a down air drill grab. However, he's very close to the edge of the platform, so he'll probably fall off the platform if you down air him. So what pops him up and keeps your combo going it's up air. So
Oh,
like I
okay.
saw you do this double jump. I was like, oh, falling up air, perfect. And then you just bair. I'm like, ah, buzzkill. So like if you do it up air, if he DIs like in or like up or to the left, like you get another clean up air and then start a juggle kind of thing going. Or if he DIs to the right, you may be able to even to get like if he DIs over here off the up air, you could probably do like a full hop nair, full hop bair to push him off stage, or maybe set up an edge guard or something. But like you don't give yourself the chance because you just take this bair and put him on ledge. Oh, see that time you went for the down air. Which again, he's like right next to the side of the platform, so like it's kind of hard. I would recommend using down air here 99% of the time because like if you clip him with a hit of down air right here, he just falls off the platform and it's back to neutral. Like you don't really get anything off of this. So it's just most of the time, if people are at kill percent or right at the edge of the stage, like you should just be up airing on most of the platform tech chases. And that's the only way you're going to extend your combo. This is a spot where same thing. You just get antsy and you want to hit him again, but like that weak nair, very clearly he's gonna be able to jump out of it, and he did. So like you're just asking to get punished there. Mm. Oh, an asshole. Rewind further, damn it. All right.
I don't interpret that as an asshole move though. If he taunted, then it would be.
Hey, he hit you when you should have just been dead. He's just BMing you. He just knew he could kill you anyways.
But I don't know. I feel like that's not necessarily like rude, you know? Or maybe it is.
He's just swagging on you.
Yeah. Like people have been way more rude to me on Slippy. I don't mind that at all. What he did.
He's just trying to swag on you. Kill him.
Yeah. I just screw up. And I messed up again.
Okay, so there's not a lot to talk about on this last stock. Let's see what happens. You die here. Okay, so this sequence here that you do when you run all the way to the ledge and try to like hit him, like that's so risky because he didn't really get you for doing that. Like you guys got to do like another interaction, but like there's no reason to risk that. Like now you're in the corner immediately.
Yeah.
So like that's just something risky you don't need to do. Typically, like what you would like to do. I've never seen this frame of Falco, by the way. It's kind of cool. What you want to do with the people around the ledge. Every once in a while, you can like poke them to see if they're fully invincible on their refresh, but most of the time, you want to catch them coming back off the ledge. So you want to fight like here, like at the platform length about, and like that's where their invincibility from their ledge dash wears off. So like that's kind of where you want to box them out from getting back to center stage and getting to neutral. You want to box them in this little circle right here or this square. I don't know how well you can see my mouse.
I can see
but, like this little square is like where you want to box them from getting back to center stage. So you don't really need to threaten right here where they're at the ledge because as you can see, he just got back on the stage and now you're in the corner. And so like he could have just started his wall stuff and kept you in the corner, push you off stage and kill you. So like a lot of the times, especially on respawn, like you want to box them from getting back to center stage, not so much right here at the ledge.
Got it.
It's just unnecessary risk. Yeah, see, and this isn't exactly quite happened, but like you're just fighting so close to the ledge. I don't know where my mouse went.
But I think Fox has an advantage there, doesn't he?
I'm sorry?
Doesn't Fox have an advantage versus Falco at the ledge?
No, like very clearly, not all the time.
Right.
A lot of times, like you can try to push Falco off stage in the ledge, but like it's not gonna work every time. And like especially not the way you're doing it. A lot of the times you would box out with like a bear, an up tilt, or if you want to be aggressive about it, you can do like start doing like nair shine shield pressure. But you're doing just like these full hops and like empty lands, and you just get lasered for it. So like you just want to be weary of it and just like make sure you're a little smarter with your decision making. Because if you were at this platform length when you get grabbed, like you wouldn't just go off stage. You would have to get like poked again before you get pushed off stage. But like this bear dash setup is like exactly what Falco wants to find in that corner, especially because he catches your double jump. he's trying to in the next few seconds he tries to swag on you, but like if this was tournament, if Falco hits you with his dare or this daft, he just run off dares and kills you every single time. Like there's no going back from it. So like just be careful. Like there's no reason to put yourself that close in the corner. So a couple things. Well, obviously the sequence is kind of goofy, but like a couple things you could have done differently to get this kill. So let's see. So he swags on you. So you get back to center here almost, and like, oh, I guess you even get to stage here, not to center, to stage. So you get back on stage, and like right here, what you can do, like this shine spike is kind of hard, right? Because he's under the stage. He can tech it for sure. So what you should do in this spot is just grab the ledge, and either try to shine him from there, because with your invincibility, or a lot of times Fox players will grab the ledge and do like a rising dare from the platform on the stage. And if you get one hit of that dare, it semi spikes. So Falco will be like down here, where like beneath where he is, and he has to go straight up, and then he just can't make it anymore. So that rising dare from the ledge is like the perfect response here, but you try to just go for the shine spike anyways. So just an option you probably just didn't consider it at the time. But like that would be the perfect response here, is to grab the ledge and do the rising dare.
I'd have to use the Firefox grab ledge, right? Grab it real fast.
What you could have done, let's see. Play, damn you. Let's see.
Oh, I could have grabbed it right there. Yeah.
Right here. You could have even just double jump ledge grab, but if you went on stage, you could have just wave dash back.
Right.
It's when you turn around, like, shit, what do I do? And this one especially, you could have just dropped shine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I missed
You actually, it looks like you tried to.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I did.
Let's see.
I definitely try.
You shine too early. So, and then you just die. Well, there's that. So like in the biggest thing, like it's hard to pick one thing because it's not like you just did one thing bad that just got punished over and over or something like that. Because like there's spots where you could have punished harder. There's spots where you could have gotten a couple kills or pushed them off stage where you didn't because you didn't pick the right move. Even like the very beginning when you did the turnaround up tilt off the side, you went up smash for the kill. Like you're just not aware of what your response should be in a lot of scenarios, and that, like I said, it's just gonna come with playing more. Doing stuff like these lessons like is a little. The first couple times you do them, especially when you're this level, are going to be very, very broad because you have so many different avenues of improvement to work on. Once you get more towards like the mid level, that's when it's really easy to like pinpoint, hey, in this spot you don't have the response, or in this spot you could be doing this thing, and like that's when I can give you like a really specific path to improvement basically. But at this level, like there's so much to work on in every aspect of the game. That it's kind of hard to pinpoint one thing, or borderline impossible to pinpoint one thing. Just
I think you gave me a few things.
This is the next step you need to take. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't give you a bunch of stuff because there's so many different avenues, but like it's hard to narrow it down.
What I remember
isn't necessarily a bad thing.
I remember you said like I gotta up air on the platforms more.
Yep, that's like where your punish will improve. Like once you start doing the up air stuff, then you can. Then your flow chart for your combo game will get way more simplified. Instead of right now, you're just like up throw on the platform and hope. You know, it's like, man, I hope I can get my next hit off of this. But like, if you start doing the up airs, then you'll be like, oh, I popped him up. Now I can do up air into up smash, or up air, or whatever you want to do, basically. But you can't get to that step without doing like the first step. And if you don't know what the first step is, then you're just gonna be stuck. So like that's why I said, like, I can give you like pretty general stuff or a couple specific things, but like it's gonna be a lot of information at first.
Okay.
So, but yeah, like the if I was to point out like just 3 things you can immediately work on, like your tech skill's pretty solid actually, even though you said you didn't think it was. Your tech skill's pretty solid, and like your overall like movement is pretty solid. So like your punishing is gonna be like the biggest thing I think you could improve on, and then after that I would say like being more like cognizant of threat ranges, because right now you're just kind of like playing neutral, just kind of wherever your combo ends or wherever their combo ends, you just like immediately like try to just get in. You just try to get close to them instead of like keeping space or like setting up a wall or anything. You're just like always trying to run forward to your back to where your opponent is like right away, which is sometimes okay as Fox, but like it's not really gonna work most of the time, especially when you blame people better than you. So just like think about threat ranges and play neutral from spacings that isn't right next to your opponent. um, and then try to pick like a third thing. I would say be careful on like invincibility and at the ledge because you just like are letting your opponent get free openings just because you want to hit them a little bit more, you know, and like that's exactly what you don't want to do.
Right. The second thing you said was basically I gotta play more defensive. That's what I'm hearing.
Okay, so I guess it depends on what you mean by defensive because like I'm trying to say like you don't always want to be running at your opponent, but I'm not saying you need to like camp, because like part of neutral is like reading when your opponent's going to run towards you. But to like make that happen, like sometimes you can like say Falco's lasering or something, like lasering in place. If you run towards Falco, it makes him think like, oh, Fox is running at me. I'm gonna need to throw out an aerial now. So like you can run forward at Falco, but you just need to know when to get away, where you can go back in for a punish. Like say you take a laser from Falco and you dash forward, and he reads that with like a short hop dare in place, and you run up to him with a dash, and you bait out that short hop dare because you're running towards him, and then you dash back, and now you can dash back in and get the landing light punish or the whiff punish on him. So like that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like right now you're pretty much always just pushing forward, but you need to be able to push forward, I guess, with purpose and like kind of use it as like a baiting option as opposed to just I just want to run at my opponent to run at my opponent, you know?
I know exactly what you mean.
Okay, cool. I feel like sometimes it's hard to answer it with like a small, concise option or answer. So I'm like, man, I hope you got what I was saying.
That's what I mean by defensive, like
So,
baiting out an attack.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So sometimes people are like, oh, just play defensive. I'm like, I'm not saying you need to camp. I just need to, you know. But at least you understood. Okay, that's good. But yeah, I guess that's a pretty good spot to call it. Do you have any like immediate questions for me that you are like stuck on?
No, I think I've asked all. I think I've asked all I can.
All right. Well, sweet. I guess that's it then. Well, thanks for booking. Hopefully, you feel like you got something out of it. Like I said, it's a little harder at this level to like give you a very clear path, but I mean, I hope I gave you enough to like look at and work on and think about. So
You definitely gave me a few things.
that's good. That's good. All right. Well, thanks again, and have a good night, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Take it easy.
Peace out.
See ya.
All right, guys. Oh, I should end the stream. All right, bye.